front of Page County Courthouse in Clarinda, Iowa, home of the easternmost Runza location out of all 87, also one of 2 in Iowa. This right here in Clarinda is the best town in Iowa. Don't believe me? Check out their domain name. Anyone can have a sign that says we're the best town in Iowa or the best cup of coffee in the world, but only one town can be home of bestiowatown.com domain name, and that's right here in Clarinda. So we know they're the best town in Iowa, but do they have a good Runza? Well, I'm gonna head over there and find out. All right, so I'm here at the Clarinda Runza. We're at the easternmost Runza out of all 87 locations. And actually, turns out that this Runza has a pork tenderloin. They actually have 3 different specials that I didn't see in any of those Nebraska Runzas. There might be some other places, but at least not so far on this journey. But I saw there's a pork tenderloin inside, and I gotta try some pork while I'm here in Iowa. Gotta try their pork tenderloin. So, yep, their dining room is open, but again, a little self-conscious about doing my review in there. One of these days I'll just be out here like yelling like, yo, this is some fire burgers out here you guys got, but that'll be like probably episode 60, episode 70 when like I've lost all pride. Anyway, let's try out that pork tenderloin. I've got the pork tenderloin sandwich in the bag here. Like I said, it's a unique to Iowa sort of thing, I guess. I don't know, this is Runza 18 that I'm visiting, so we'll see. First thing I noticed, yep, we got the yellow packaging on this pork tenderloin. Let's take a look. So like any good pork tenderloin, the pork is bigger than the bun, not that much bigger than the bun though. So, you know, it's not quite your Iowa State Fair quality. I've never been to the Iowa State Fair, I just assume that's really good, at least at first glance, but it is a pork tenderloin, and that's something that most fast food restaurants do not have. So the fact that they even got that on the menu here, in fact, most Runzas don't have. So the fact that they got that on the menu here, I gotta give them props just for having it. So let's try it out. You know, this does have a great crunch to it. Is it that fresh out the fryer taste? Maybe not quite, but again, for fast food, this was under $5, so I gotta say it's pretty good. Also, this pork tenderloin, we've got tomatoes in here, we've got some lettuce, we've got some mayo and some pickles. That mayo is dripping a little bit here, but we got a lot of things on this, so it's definitely beyond that pork tenderloin flavor here. You know, ultimately, I'd say this is an average pork tenderloin, but with a below average price, and pork tenderloins, I like them. They're pretty good. And so to give me an average pork tenderloin for under $5 makes this an above average meal. And honestly, I've got to give this a 7 out of 10, which if you know me, a 7 out of 10, that's not a C. That means it's better than 70% of other things I've had. And that is pretty impressive. So good job, Runza. I like this pork tenderloin. Also, especially because you're the only ones here in Clarinda that I've seen have it. So there might be a couple more Runzas, but this is not one that you're gonna see, or at least one I never saw in any of the Lincoln or Lawrence or even Falls City and Beatrice Runzas. So definitely worth trying if you're in Clarinda. Now, since this was one of only 2 Runza reviews in the entire state of Iowa, and the only one in a small town in Iowa, you know I had to give this video kind of that Field of Dreams feel to it. And sure enough, I actually also did my interview on the Clarinda Municipal Stadium baseball field, and I did that with City Councilman. So here he's going to tell you a little more about Municipal Stadium and some of the things that Clarinda is working on.
This is Municipal Stadium. It's been part of the community for probably about 100 years. We've added a lot of updates to it. Merle Eberly and we have the A's program. Now Merle Eberly has passed away, but the A's program was a program or a group of individuals, college students that would come here and play in the summer to develop their skills to move forward with their profession if they ever could become major leaguers. And we have had Ozzie Smith, Bud Black, Those were the guys in my era, but we've had a lot of people that have gone through the program and have gone on to play in the major leagues and are successful careers. It is a municipal stadium, and so the city has spent money or helped implement money to maintain the facility. And the school plays on the ballpark as well, and so the school has tried to help with some projects to help update and keep the stadium in a good condition. Being a lifetime resident, I moved away when I was younger, but came back. We moved back to Clarinda because of the small town atmosphere, the sense of community, just the hometown feeling. My wife and I have raised two children here, and our grandchildren are here now, and we just feel that this is one of the best places to live. We are a small town community, so with the economics, we've been working as a councilman and with the Economic Development Board, bringing in housing and retail. It is difficult for, to convince people to start new businesses and stuff. With the internet and with us being a mobile society, people have an opportunity to travel and find the services that they want. But we offer a variety here in Clarinda, and I think people can find what they need. In Page County, which Clarinda is a part of, we've only had 17 confirmed cases. 15 of those have been recovered. So the impact from a financial standpoint, I really don't have that number, but it has been from let's say a psychological issue. People really don't know what to expect. The unknown is really what I think has hurt, with the social distancing and the self-quarantines. Plus the fact that, without really having a major impact with the cases here, people kind of get a little itchy to go out. They don't know what really to expect, but they are fearful because they really, again, with the virus, you don't know how it will impact them. I would assume so. Looking at some of the tax records, what we were going to receive from the county and the state and from the city, we don't have those numbers completely intact yet, and we won't know that until after all the numbers have come in. But I would assume that from the state level, we would probably be seeing a reduction of some of our revenues. Prior to the pandemic, we have started a couple of projects that in the city, and we've continued to move forward with those, and hopefully we'll bring in workforce and tax revenues and dollars for that. Well, my favorite thing at Runza is the cheese Runza. That's the absolute number one if I had a go-to. But like I said, in the wintertime, if you want an alternative, the chili and the cinnamon roll is a good choice, second choice.
Well, thanks for watching this episode, and make sure to check out episode 19, where I'll head across the Missouri River to Nebraska City, Nebraska.